Who's this one? Can I remove this microphone from here? Do you guys have like a, keep it here. I can deal with that too. As long as you guys all stay right where you are also. I can't remember, I guess, if it's that I will never forget or that I will always remember the first time that I saw her. And I won't. It was that like, who is that? And it like filled me up in that crazy, who is that, across the college party room, like dark hair, dark eyes, taking no shit from everybody. Yeah, everybody else is looking at her for a reason. Damn, who is that? And then being like, dude, everybody else is interested in her, and you're the token hippie here at the football house, bud. So rein in the realism here. But I'm persistent. I was like relentless, I think is what I'd say. I was relentless. And I was filled in with that like crazy young. I was young. She was young. I felt crazy in love, and I went for it. Like all in. Bam, bam, bam. And she started to get it. And then she fell in love, and crazy love, like in love with me in this crazy way. And then I broke her heart to go skiing. And then she let me back in, and we doubled down and started to have a more like adult relationship, and moved in with each other and moved to different locations and shared houses and dogs. And then she broke my heart to find herself, and I forgave her for that. And we doubled down even harder, and it got fucking real, like one of those real adult relationships. And then it was in, and then we're married, and then everything had changed. It got real dark. And it wasn't necessarily the marriage thing. It was just that everything had changed, like all things always do. And this time she'd crushed my heart. And we'd grown apart and into these different people. But I still loved her so much and was so committed to this relationship, this, as my father would say, if you're going to do anything, do it 100%. That hit me hard. So I'm fully committed to this thing. I love this woman so much, and I'm committed 100% to this relationship. And then there's this side of me that's like, you got to get out of here. You're going to die. You're going to die because you're so depressed. You're at this place where you're like, you know what? Actually, killing myself is making sense. In a weird, like, that makes sense kind of way. In a way that'll always give me unbelievable sympathy for people who live with that feeling for extended periods of time. It's a tough feeling to live with. And in the middle of that, we go to do our own thing, to do some personal time. So for me, I go to LA, tell some stories, and meet up with some buddies to go rock climbing. Tell some stories, meet up with my friends. We're in Joshua Tree National Park, where we should be stoked to go rock climbing, like we're in Mecca. It's happening. We got out of the vans. I look at Ryan and David, and we look like the cover of the folk album right before the band broke up. We look at each other like, you got the stoke? Did you bring the stoke? Ryan, whose nickname is my bodyguard, extremely stoic, is just like, I definitely didn't bring the stoke. It's like, well, we're here. Let's go rock climbing, man. Let's do something. So we climb her out, and it feels kind of funky. And we wrap down to the bottom, and Ryan takes off his harness, and he's like, I'm done for the day, guys. Because Ryan's good like that. If he's got something that comes up inside him, he listens to it right away. I'm stubborn as fuck. And I'm like, no, we're going rock climbing today. We're going to go somewhere. Let's go do Illusion Dweller, this route that I've wanted to do forever. Like, I've wanted to climb Illusion Dweller forever. And I drag my buddies across Hidden Valley, and I can feel the whole time them behind me because they're my good friends and switched on. They're like, this is not a good idea for you right now. But we'll come with you to support you to go on this experience. And I walk to the bottom of Illusion Dweller, and the whole time I have that feeling like this is a bad idea. But it takes me to stand at the bottom of this route called Illusion Dweller, as in one who dwells in illusion, to feel like this is a terrible idea. Are you going to listen to yourself, or are you going to keep hurting yourself? And I look at these guys and don't even have to say anything. We walk away. And we go back to Intersection Rock. I'm like, we're climbing something today. I'm not letting this all just turn into this weird thing. And we climb this route that I love. And I know. And I'm like, oh man, it felt good just to take care of myself and crank it back. And I get to the top of Intersection Rock and the sun's setting and it's sunset and I bring David up to the top and it's like, man, we're both so proud of ourselves for just listening to that voice on the inside. And we wrap off the back and it's dark and I hear, ah! And I've heard that specific noise one time before in my life at Smith Rock, Oregon. And I walk around the front of Intersection Rock and I'm like, hey guys, how's it going up there? And the response is, I think I broke my leg. His leg is definitely broken. And me and David and Ryan are guides. That's how we know each other, is from working together in Alaska, and we snap into guide mode. And David goes to call search and rescue, and Ryan puts me on belay, and I go up there and I grab these guys' stuff, and I get to the ledge, and the reason that I recognize that noise is because the guy who fell in Smith Rock, Oregon, hit the ground and compound fractured his leg. And this guy's leg is hanging off of his leg. Similar noise, right? And I'm like, and he's freaking out. He's freaking out. He's like, you got to get me out of here right now. You got to get. And I'm like, Mark, you got to calm the fuck down, bud. Because I've already had an intense day and nobody told you that I'm the cosmic lesson police. And I'm here to learn one, and maybe you are too, but we got to listen if we're going to learn it. And I get all the ropes set, and I send her down, and search and rescue, I guess, is on the way. I get Mark all rigged up. This is going to hurt. His leg's like hanging off his leg. And we get him to the edge of this thing, and I'm in the air, and I get into the free hanging mode, and the lengths all line up, and I got this guy sitting on my knee like I'm search and rescue Santa Claus, and what he asked for Christmas is to get out of here alive. And bam, the lights hit me at search and rescue. They're like, are you doing okay up there? I'm like, does it look like I'm doing okay? I am crushing. And bam, we're down to the bottom. I unclip him. He walks away. I never see the guy again. He gave me a $100 gift certificate to REI. And I went home with that, like, are you going to listen now? And I said to my wife, I'm leaving. And she said, I love you. And I'm sorry. And I said, I love you too. And I left. Thank you guys so much.